Ladies and gentlemen, your mind is the most powerful tool you possess. It's capable of incredible things, but the question is, are you using it to its fullest potential? Today, I want to talk to you about the importance of mental strength and how you can train your mind to overcome any challenge, no matter how tough life gets. Most people go through life allowing circumstances to dictate how they feel, how they act, and how they respond to adversity. But not you. You are in control. Your mind is your greatest asset, and when you strengthen it, you become unstoppable. You see, mental strength isn't about being invulnerable. It's not about avoiding hardship or struggle. Mental strength is about your ability to face challenges head on with resilience and courage. It's about developing the mindset that no matter what happens, you can rise above it, learn from it, and keep moving forward. Here's the truth. Adversity is inevitable. Life will test you in ways you can't predict. But how you respond is what defines you. Do you let your circumstances determine your destiny? Or do you take charge and decide how you will respond, grow, and ultimately overcome? To become mentally strong, you need to build certain habits, and that takes time. But I promise you, the work is worth it. When you train your mind to overcome anything, you unlock a version of yourself that is more resilient, more focused, and more capable than you ever thought possible. So, let's talk about how to build that mental strength. Understand that challenges are a part of life. They aren't obstacles to your growth, they are opportunities for it. Stop wasting energy on things outside of your control. Direct your focus on the things you can change, like your attitude, your actions, and your mindset. The way you think about a situation will determine how you respond to it. If you focus on the possibilities, the solutions, and the opportunities, you'll always find a way out. Just like you train your body to get stronger, your mind needs daily exercises. Whether it's through reading, meditation, or affirmations, train your mind to think strong, positive thoughts. Failure is not the end, it's a lesson. It's a step in your journey. If you can look at every setback as a learning experience, you will grow mentally stronger with each one. Stop blaming others or your circumstances for where you are in life. Take full responsibility for your actions, your choices, and your results. That's the foundation of mental strength. Mental strength isn't just about surviving the storm. It's about having a clear vision of where you're headed. When you have a goal, you have a direction. And when you have a direction, it's much easier to stay focused and strong. Mental strength is built through discipline. It's about doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. It's about pushing through the discomfort and doing the hard work that most people avoid. The people you spend your time with will either lift you up or bring you down. Surround yourself with those who challenge you, motivate you, and push you to become better. You are capable of far more than you realize. If you want to overcome anything, you have to first believe that you can. Trust in your abilities and keep pushing forward, no matter the obstacles. Adversity is not something to avoid or fear. It's a part of life that we all must face. If you're going to become mentally strong, you have to understand that challenges are inevitable. They're not there to break you. They're there to build you. The key to handling adversity is not to resist it, but to embrace it. When tough times come, don't run from them. Instead, look at them as opportunities to grow and become stronger. You see, the most successful people in life didn't get there by avoiding difficulty. They got there by facing it head on and overcoming it. Every time they were knocked down, they found the strength to get back up. The person who faces adversity with courage and resolve doesn't just survive, it transforms them. Adversity is the forge in which you will shape your character, your resilience, and your strength. When you encounter obstacles, don't let them discourage you. Instead, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Ask yourself, how can I use this challenge to improve myself? Because every difficulty carries a lesson that, once learned, makes you stronger and more capable. Embrace it, because growth only happens when you push through discomfort. The real test of mental strength isn't how you handle smooth sailing, it's how you respond when the winds get tough. Can you keep going when things aren't going your way? Can you dig deep when the pressure is on? That's what builds mental strength. So, don't shy away from challenges. Welcome them. They'll shape you in ways that comfort never will. When adversity knocks at your door, don't hide. Open the door, face it, and let it teach you something valuable. That's how you grow, and that's how you become mentally strong. Life has a way of throwing all sorts of things at you, some within your control and many outside of it. It's easy to get caught up in what's happening around you, especially when things seem out of your hands. But here's the truth. The most important thing you can do is focus on what you can control. When you give energy to things that are beyond your influence, you lose sight of what's really in your power to change. Too often, people waste time worrying about the past or stressing over things that haven't even happened yet. They focus on people, circumstances, or situations that they have no control over. But in doing so, they're giving away their power. You have to ask yourself, what can I control today? What can I do right now to move forward? The answer lies in your actions, your decisions, and your mindset. You have control over your attitude. No matter the circumstances, you have the power to choose how you respond. The right attitude will turn obstacles into stepping stones and challenges into opportunities. Don't let your mood or feelings be dictated by outside influences. Master your mindset, and you'll master your life. You also have control over your habits. If you want to change your life, you have to change what you do every day. The small actions, the daily discipline, the choices you make consistently, they add up. Over time, your habits shape your results. So focus on the actions that move you toward your goals. Don't get distracted by things you can't change. Instead, focus on the things you can do every single day to improve your situation. Most importantly, you control your commitment to growth. Every day is an opportunity to improve, to learn, to become better. You control whether you take that opportunity or let it slip by. Every decision you make to grow stronger, to learn more, to do better, puts you on the path to the life you want. Life will always present challenges, but when you focus on what you can control, you gain the power to navigate those challenges with clarity and confidence. You won't get sidetracked by distractions or obstacles because you'll be too focused on moving forward. In the end, success isn't about controlling everything around you. It's about mastering what's inside you. And when you do that, you'll have the power to face anything that comes your way. A positive mindset isn't just about feeling good or thinking happy thoughts. It's about choosing to see the world in a way that empowers you no matter what's happening around you. Your mindset is like a filter for your experiences. It determines how you interpret the events in your life and how you respond to them. If you want to develop a strong, resilient mindset, you have to take control of how you think and what you focus on. The first step in developing a positive mindset is realizing that you are the one who controls your thoughts. No one else can do that for you. You can't control what happens to you, but you absolutely control how you react. If you want to live a life of success and fulfillment, it starts with choosing to think in ways that support that vision. Stop waiting for the world to change before you change your attitude. The world will only reflect the mindset you carry. A positive mindset doesn't ignore the reality of challenges, it just sees them differently. Instead of focusing on the problem, focus on the solution. When life gives you difficulties, a positive mindset asks, what can I learn from this? How can I grow through this experience? Problems become opportunities for growth when you change your perspective. And with each challenge you overcome, you get stronger and more capable. It's also crucial to surround yourself with positivity. The people you spend time with, the information you consume, the environments you put yourself in, all of these things influence your mindset. If you're constantly around negativity, it's harder to maintain a positive outlook. But if you seek out people who inspire you, read books that lift you up, and create environments that encourage your growth, your mindset will naturally shift toward positivity. Another important part of developing a positive mindset is to practice gratitude. It's easy to get caught up in what's missing or what's going wrong, but when you focus on what's going well, you shift your energy. Gratitude helps you see the good in your life, no matter how small the victories may seem. The more you appreciate what you have, the more you'll attract. Finally, a positive mindset requires consistency. It's not something you can develop overnight. It's a habit, a daily practice. Every day you have to choose positivity, whether it's in the way you think, the way you speak, or the way you act. Over time, these choices compound and they begin to shape your life in powerful ways. So, make it a point to develop a mindset that empowers you. Focus on the possibilities. Choose gratitude and surround yourself with positivity. When you do this, your world will shift. You'll see the opportunities where others see obstacles, and you'll approach life with a confidence and resilience that attracts success. Your mind is like any other muscle in your body. It needs regular training to grow stronger. You wouldn't expect your physical strength to improve without consistent effort. And the same applies to your mental strength. To develop a strong, resilient mindset, you must train your mind daily. It's not enough to think positively once in a while or hope for the best when things get tough. If you want to rise above challenges, you must commit to strengthening your mind every single day. And to intersperse things with mindless crushes, like the first step is to feed your mind with the right information. Just as you wouldn't put junk food into your body, you shouldn't fill your mind with negative, unproductive thoughts. The things you expose yourself to, whether through books, conversations, or media, shape the way you think and perceive the world. Start by reading books that expand your thinking, that challenge your perspective, and that inspire you to grow. Listen to content that motivates you and pushes you to be better. The more you feed your mind with valuable knowledge, the sharper and more focused it becomes. Another way to train your mind is through daily reflection. Set aside time each day to think about your goals, your actions, and your progress. A reflection helps you identify areas where you've succeeded and areas that need improvement. It's a powerful tool for growth because it forces you to assess your mindset, your habits, and your beliefs. This daily self-evaluation allows you to make course corrections and build a mindset that's more aligned with your long-term vision. Equally important is the practice of positive affirmations. The words you say to yourself have a powerful impact on your mindset. When you tell yourself you are capable, strong, and deserving of success, you begin to rewire your brain to believe it. Affirmations help you build a foundation of self-belief, and over time they replace doubt and fear with confidence and clarity. Make it a habit to affirm your goals, your worth, and your ability to overcome obstacles each day. Meditation or mindfulness is another excellent way to train your mind. By practicing mindfulness, you train yourself to stay present, to focus on what's important, and to quiet the noise that distracts you from your true goals. A calm and focused mind is far more powerful than a scattered one. Even just a few minutes of meditation or quiet reflection each day can help you center yourself, reduce stress, and enhance your mental clarity. You must also train your mind by challenging it regularly. Don't let your thoughts stay on autopilot. Push yourself to think critically, to question assumptions, and to solve problems creatively. Every time you face a challenge, ask yourself, how can I approach this differently? What can I learn from this? The more you challenge yourself to think outside the box, the sharper and more adaptable your mind becomes. Consistency is key. Training your mind isn't something you can do sporadically and expect lasting results. It's a daily commitment. Just as you don't skip your physical workouts, don't skip the mental workouts that will keep you sharp and focused. Over time, these daily practices will become second nature, and you'll notice how much stronger, more resilient, and more capable your mind becomes. Training your mind is the key to unlocking your potential. It's not about avoiding difficulties, it's about having the mental tools to handle whatever comes your way. When you commit to daily mental training, you'll develop a mindset that empowers you to overcome any challenge, seize any opportunity, and achieve your most ambitious goals. It's all within your control. Just like physical strength, mental strength comes from consistent, focused effort. Keep at it, and you'll find that your mind becomes your most powerful ally. Failure is not something to fear, it's something to learn from. Most people view failure as a setback, as a sign that they're not good enough or that they've somehow failed to reach their potential. But the truth is, failure is simply a part of the journey. It's not the end. In fact, it's often the beginning of something greater. If you're not failing, you're probably not pushing yourself hard enough. You see, failure isn't what stops you. It's how you react to it that determines your future success. Every successful person has experienced failure. It's not the failures themselves that define people, it's how they respond to those failures. The key is to learn from them. When something doesn't go your way, don't wallow in self-pity or frustration. Instead, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Each failure carries a lesson, a piece of wisdom that can only be learned through experience. Every setback, no matter how painful, is an opportunity to grow stronger, smarter, and more capable. When you fail, take the time to reflect. Analyze what went wrong, but don't dwell on it. What were the choices you made that led to the outcome? What could you have done differently? This isn't about self-blame or guilt. It's about gaining insight. Every time you reflect on your failures and learn from them, you gain more clarity, more understanding, and a better sense of how to succeed next time. But learning from failure isn't just about understanding what went wrong. It's also about developing the resilience to keep going. Failure often knocks people down, But it's not the failure itself that keeps them down. It's their inability to rise again. Successful people are those who have learned to bounce back from their failures. They understand that failure is temporary. It's not who they are. It's just a step in the process. When you learn to get back up, dust yourself off, and keep moving forward, you build the mental toughness that separates the winners from the rest. Failure also teaches you to take risks. If you've failed before, you've experienced the discomfort of taking a risk and falling short. But that doesn't mean you should shy away from risks in the future. In fact, it means you should embrace them. Failure teaches you that you can handle discomfort and that it's often a necessary part of success. The more you're willing to step outside of your comfort zone, the more you'll learn and the more success you'll attract. Don't be afraid to fail again. Failure isn't something to avoid, it's something to embrace as part of the process. Every successful person has failed countless times, but what set them apart was their ability to keep going. So when failure comes knocking, remember that it's not the end of the road. It's a lesson, a stepping stone on the path to success. And the only real failure is the failure to learn from the experiences you've had. Every failure carries with it the seeds of success, but you can only grow those seeds if you're willing to look at your mistakes as opportunities. When you learn from failure, you get stronger, smarter, and more prepared for the future. You become more resilient, more creative, and more determined to keep going. So, the next time you fail, don't fear it, embrace it, learn from it, and use it as fuel to keep moving forward. Taking responsibility is one of the most powerful choices you can make in life. It's easy to blame others or point fingers when things go wrong. It's natural to want to escape the discomfort of owning your mistakes or shortcomings. But when you refuse to take responsibility, you give away your power. You place your future in the hands of others or in circumstances beyond your control. And when you do that, you forfeit the opportunity to shape your own destiny. The truth is, no one else is responsible for your life but you. It doesn't matter what happened to you in the past or how difficult your circumstances are right now. You are the one who decides how to respond. You control how you think, what you do, and the choices you make every single day. Taking responsibility means owning everything that happens in your life, both the successes and the failures. It means acknowledging that your actions, decisions, and mindset play a crucial role in shaping your reality. When you take responsibility, you stop playing the victim. You stop making excuses. You stop blaming others for your lack of progress. Instead, you look at yourself in the mirror and say, "This is my life. I am in charge of it. If things aren't going the way I want, it's up to me to make a change." This mindset is empowering. It puts you in the driver's seat of your own life, and when you're the one in control, anything is possible. Taking responsibility also means being accountable for your actions. It's easy to say, "I'll start tomorrow," or "I didn't have time." But the truth is, you have the time to do what's important to you. If you're not making progress, it's because you're not prioritizing what matters most. When you take responsibility, you don't hide behind excuses. You own your decisions, both good and bad. If you fall short, you take responsibility, learn from it, and move forward. You also have to take responsibility for your own growth. No one is coming to save you. No one is going to do the work for you. If you want to succeed, you have to commit to improving yourself every day. The books you read, the habits you form, the relationships you build, they all contribute to your growth. But it's up to you to seek out the opportunities, take the actions, and put in the effort. Growth doesn't happen by accident. It happens when you take full responsibility for the person you're becoming. The moment you take responsibility is the moment you take control of your life. You stop waiting for things to happen to you and you start making things happen. You stop relying on others to determine your success, and you realize that you have everything you need inside of you to create the life you want. It's a liberating feeling to know that you are in charge. You don't have to wait for someone else to tell you what to do or how to act. You take the lead, and the rest follows. Taking responsibility doesn't mean being perfect. It doesn't mean never making mistakes. It simply means owning your journey, good, bad, and everything in between. When you take responsibility, you grow, you learn, you become stronger, wiser, and more capable. And in doing so, you unlock the potential to achieve the success and fulfillment you deserve. So, take responsibility for your life, your actions, and your future. Don't wait for someone else to give you permission or for the stars to align. You have the power to shape your destiny. And it all starts with you taking responsibility. That's the first step toward creating the life you've always wanted. Setting clear goals is one of the most important steps you can take if you want to achieve success. You can't get where you want to go if you don't know where you're headed. Too many people wander through life without a clear sense of direction, drifting from one thing to the next without ever really moving forward. But the moment you set clear, specific goals, you take control of your future. You give yourself a roadmap to follow, a plan that leads you to the success you desire. A goal is not a wish or a vague desire. It's a concrete target, something that you can measure and track. It's easy to say, I want to be successful, or I want to be healthier. But those statements don't give you a clear path. They leave room for ambiguity and confusion. Instead, you need to define exactly what success looks like. If you want to be healthier, what does that mean? Does it mean losing a certain amount of weight, exercising a certain number of times a week, or eating a specific kind of diet? Be specific. The more detailed your goal, the more focused your efforts will be. When you set clear goals, you create a sense of purpose. You know exactly what you're working toward, and that clarity gives you direction. Without clear goals, you might find yourself working hard but not getting anywhere. It's like driving a car without a destination. You might be busy, but you're not making progress. But when you set clear goals, you have a target to aim for, and every action you take brings you closer to that target. One of the key reasons people fail to reach their goals is because they don't break them down into actionable steps. A goal can feel overwhelming if you don't know where to start. For example, if your goal is to build a successful business, that's a massive undertaking. But if you break it down into smaller tasks, creating a business plan, finding your first client, setting up a website, it becomes more manageable. Each small step you take brings you closer to achieving the bigger goal. Another powerful aspect of setting clear goals is that they give you something to measure. If you don't measure your progress, it's hard to know if you're on the right track. When you have clear, specific goals, you can track your progress and make adjustments along the way. If you're falling behind, you can reassess and figure out what changes need to be made. If you're on track, you can celebrate your progress and keep moving forward with even more confidence. You also need to set goals that challenge you. Goals should stretch you beyond your current capabilities. If your goals don't scare you a little, then you're probably not aiming high enough. The goals you set should push you out of your comfort zone, force you to grow, and challenge you to become a better version of yourself. Growth doesn't happen when you stay in your comfort zone. It happens when you set goals that inspire you to become more than you are today. But clarity is key. Without clear goals, you're just hoping for success. You're waiting for the stars to align or for the perfect opportunity to come to you. But success isn't about waiting. It's about taking action. And you can only take purposeful, focused action when you know exactly what you're working toward. Finally, when you set clear goals, you create a sense of commitment. Your goals become a promise to yourself. You're telling yourself, I will do what it takes to achieve this. No excuses, no distractions. This commitment is the fuel that will keep you going when times get tough. It will give you the determination to keep moving forward, even when obstacles arise. So, set clear goals. Don't just dream or wish for success. Define it, plan for it, and take consistent action toward it. The clearer your goals, the more focused your efforts will be. And the more focused your efforts, the more likely you are to turn your dreams into reality. Set your sights high, make a plan, and take action. That's the formula for achieving anything you want in life.